So a couple months ago, I talked about this YouTuber, Tyler Oliveira, and how he exploits the homeless by making things seem worse than they really are. I'm not saying he's exaggerating the drug use, but when he says this, going into a homeless camp like he's going into a fucking gang hideout.
Right there, those guys just gave us looks. Doors are locked, by the way. Let's go check it out.
As we approached the camp, ready for violence and guns, we walked into something far more deadly.
It's fucking weird. I bet if the homeless people heard the voiceovers he was doing after he films them, they'd probably be like, well, yeah, now I'm gonna stab him if next time I see him if that was what he was expecting. And all of these comments sucking on his nuts are hilarious. Like saying he's on the forefront of trying to help homeless drug addicts. Are you fucking stupid? How is showing me someone smoking meth and then saying that you saw people hanging AR-15s out the window and then just leave being on the forefront of helping them?
If it's from Vitalize.
Saw some guns.
Oh, no.
ARs in the back of the car. We saw AR-15s. We're gonna walk out, guys. Thank you so much for talking. Stay safe, okay? Hold on, retreat.
That girl smoking meth was helped for sure. Did you guys know that she actually has a job and is in the process of starting her own company? And you guys remember this guy?
Beating all of this, taking them down!
Don't even get me started on how much he's worth. And I get that homeless people get a bad rep, but when have you ever been walking next to a homeless person or a drug addict and they just randomly attacked you? Here's a picture of a homeless bitch blocking a parking spot next to my homie's house, and guess what? Unless you give them attention, they're in their own little world high out of their mind. And actually, fucking assholes too, if you could believe it. When I made this video, I had to get 2 meals, obviously, and where I parked, there was a dude who had just woke up from fucking shooting the most sadistic heroin he has ever taken. And I'm like, hey, do you want this extra meal? I got a Big Mac and fries. And dude says, I guess, like he was expecting Jack in the Box. A perfect example to show how everything is to everyone commenting who has never been within 1,000 feet of a homeless person. You should go watch the Kensington Ave live stream by USA Livestream TV. And this is a place he made a video on. But you can see in this live stream, there are people who are fucking nodding like they're at a Joey concert. And you can see that they're in their own little bubble. This girl walking by didn't get stopped by the guy in the umbrella or the guy on the stairs. I'll even skip to another time, and you can see unless you walk up to someone and say, hey, what the fuck are you doing here? They're gonna keep to themselves. If you go up to them while they're smoking meth, then yeah, your reaction's gonna be a little more active than others, but don't say it's bringing awareness. And when he's not exaggerating his videos, it's his thumbnails. A kid drinking actual toxic sludge, or someone putting out a burning tent like they were setting a homeless person on fire, even though that didn't happen in the video, other than a 1-second clip at the beginning of the video of just something burning? Or how about just making Skid Row look like a fucking war zone, when really you can be in your Subaru Outback and hand out clothes without having to worry about people stealing your Subaru Outback? Did I mention I have a Subaru Outback? And he always says that he investigated this and he investigated that, and I'm gonna be a nerd here and say that investigating means to carry out a systematic or formal inquiry to discover and examine the facts of so as to establish the truth. Now, how's showing me this?
That's the demons! The blacks! Look at him! Look at him, y'all! All they do is cuss. Look at him! He's a demon! Boy, I don't know where you're from, but you look like a Huckleberry Finn.
Investigating anything. This is establishing what truth. We already know that drugs make you this way, and as you guys know, I hate conspiracy theories. Mostly because everything can be disproven easily, but then they're like, well, did you take into account that the temperature was 2 degrees cooler that day? I did. And I thought you were fucking stupid for even bringing that up. And it might seem like I have something personal against Tyler, I don't, but when you watch his videos and not just take them at face value because you've never been outside your neighborhood, you realize he's not doing anything special. Like in his 9/11 video, you would think he would have got someone who would at least make you think that it was an actual inside job. But he gets someone who, 1, wasn't even there until days later, and 2, literally tries to say jet fuel doesn't melt steel beams.
You were on site that day.
I was working across the river doing my construction job, and then the fire department got called to duty to assist. Within a couple of days, we wound up down at ground zero. And you had these inner core columns, which was substantial, thick steel beams to withstand 4 or 5 times what the loads were.
Got it.
The engineers always over-design a building. No steel frame building has ever collapsed before or since 9/11.
Now, I just noticed this while I was editing, but what other steel frame building has been hit by a plane that he's comparing that to? Dude's pulling the stats out of his fucking cheeks. Now, I know the people who watch his videos are dumb, But I'll take it back if y'all are like 16, because I feel like you have to be that age to not already know about 9/11, but just know that any and all conspiracies they have about it, for the most part, have been disproven. And the others are just stupid ones that, like, disproving them wouldn't even make any sense. It's like, well, did you know that the planes were missiles? It's like, and yes, I'm gonna believe an official report more than someone who's just describing the obvious.
Did you see like first response go out?
A lot of activity. Just FBI, Secret Service,
Yeah?
things like that coming in, setting up barriers around the area up there and so forth.
Some speculate a fighter jet may have shot it beforehand.
I believe that myself.
Yeah.
That's my own personal belief.
And even in his most recent video, for the people saying he's helping people in his videos, how was leaving a link to download Clash of Clans and saying join my team and contribute towards the environment by winning multiplayer battles helping? I clicked it and all it says is you join Team Trees, and then I wanted to see what it said again, but when I clicked it, it said voucher was already claimed. A voucher for what? I thought I was helping people. A voucher is something that I can say I get a discount, or like, this is in exchange for something. How the fuck is that helping the environment? So basically what this really is a competition for you to win $50,000 in a Tesla, because the $100,000 is going to get donated regardless. It's Team Trees who is sponsoring it. He's not giving away anything. You're seeing which team, either Team C's or Team Trees, is going to get the $100,000. It's not like you don't do this and the $100,000 is going somewhere else. It's regardless if you do this or not, $100,000 is going to them. He just wants you to scan his QR code and do this so we can get some residuals for every person that does that. Otherwise, this is just for you to try to get $50,000 in a Tesla. Not even by him. It's from Team Trees. He even has, I shit you not, 5 Clash of Clans ads awkwardly put in the video instead of just getting one big one at the beginning or the end of the video.
Luckily for rhinos in the environment, this video is sponsored by Clash of Clans. Would you ever fight a lion?
Yes.
You would.
Yeah.
You ever played Clash of Clans? While we were waiting for tips about the black rhino's whereabouts, I decided to teach Sam how to play Clash. While Sam's looking for this rhino, I need to train some troops right here. As I train my troops, essential to attack and loot other players in Clash of Clans.
You gotta pay for the trip to Africa some way, right? But you guys will see this and only pay attention to the pretty animals, because everything else is just him trying to find an animal but doesn't, and then gets the worst possible shot with his $1,000 camera of the animal they're actually trying to look for. If you guys, and I doubt you guys did, but if you are Tyler fans and you made it this far in the video, I know you're waiting for it to end so you can leave your hate comment. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.